Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Rick right here. Hopefully, everybody has had a great week. Hopefully, you have hit some benchmarks, knocked down some goals, made some progress. Even if this was a week of setbacks, even if this was a week of challenges, remember, if you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. So you get up, you stand up, you square your shoulders, you look forward, and you continue to push. Remember, this isn't about the circumvention of struggles and difficulties. This is about reward. This is about perseverance. This is about continuing until you finish the course. So whatever it is that you have going on, if it's worthwhile, if it's worth having, it's worth fighting for. If it's worth having, it's worth living hard for. If it's worth having, it's worth waking up early for. If it's worth having, it's worth investing in yourself for. If it's worth having, you're going to have to go the extra mile to have it. Anything worth having does not come to you easy. Life is not going to lay down. Life will, however, pay whatever price you demand of it. The problem is life has this funny way of making counter demands. What do I mean by that? You tell life that you want a better relationship. Life is more than likely going to call on you to make some selfless sacrifices that point to the betterment of the other person in the relationship and not so much self-serving. If you tell life that you want to be financially free, life is more than likely going to challenge you to cut out your frivolous spending and to focus on things that actually develop, build, and grow your assets. And on and on and on. There are always some things you're going to have to give in return for what you demanded. The quicker you learn that, the better off you will be. Um, I want to be real quick here because I want you to really truly grasp the possibilities that are in front of you. I told you in the middle of last week, especially moving toward last year, especially moving towards the end of last year, I started to tell you that 2022 has the potential to be the most epic year of your life. And I have made it clear in every way that I possibly can that I plan on making 2022 to be the most epic year of my life, and that's saying a lot. But I believe it. I believe that it's possible. I believe that the world will literally change by some of the things that some people will do in 2022. I believe that this is the time that you're going to see unbelievable things happen. You're going to start your business, or you're going to take your business to a level that it's never been before. You're going to change your financial situation. You're going to break the financial curse of poverty in your family. You're going to break the curse of trauma perpetuated through generations in your family. This is an epic year, but let me tell you something. It's not epic because it's going to fall in your lap. It's not epic because you can sit down and you can say you want it. It's not about what you say. It's not about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do in order to have it. It's about the commitment, the sacrifice, the push. And I want to challenge, I want to ask a question that everybody needs to know the answer to, but very few do. Why are you here? Why are you here? What's your purpose? That's a question that everybody should be able to answer. That's something that should have been innately tugging at you from a very small child at a very early age. That should have been something that you were sitting up and you were looking and you were asking yourself, man, I want to do something. What's pulling at me? And the thing is, a bunch of us, when we were young, we knew, but we had parents that told us to get our heads out of the clouds. We had parents that said, stop daydreaming. We had parents that said, you need to focus on this. You had parents that say, well, you're not that smart. Some of us had parents that say, well, no, they don't let us do that. We had parents that say, well, nobody in the family's ever done that before. We had people that were constantly telling us what the limitations were, and eventually we bought the lie. Well, I want you today to start undressing that lie that's caped over you and that you are sitting up living your life by, the limiting beliefs that you're packing around right now. I want you to shake free of them. I want you to sit back. I want to ask you, why am I here? Because see, when you determine why you're here, now you got a purpose. Once you understand your purpose, it will ignite your passion. Not only will your purpose ignite your passion, it will explain your pain. There are some things that you've gone through in your life, right? And you don't know why. It didn't make sense. It seemed unnecessary. It seemed harsh, but you didn't understand. You were being prepared for your purpose. You were being prepared because the world needed you to be able to take them to a place based off of what you've been through. See, they needed you to go somewhere having known where you've been so that they could understand that all things are possible. Somebody is sitting up waiting on you to walk in your purpose because they are directly aligned in your destiny to come across your path. The question is, are you going to be walking in your purpose? Are you going to be living in your passion? Are you going to be standing at the height of who you're supposed to be when these people cross your path? Or will you be still complaining, whining, and looking back and talking about what happened in the past and what won't happen and why you can't do something? That's going to be up to you. But let me tell you something. When you discover your purpose, you're in a beautiful place because now you have a reason. See, your purpose is why you're living. But see, when you start to talk about purpose, it also awakens something else, the vision. You saw it before. You probably forgot it because now you're walking on someone else's terms. Now you're living on somebody else's expectations of your life. Now you're operating on a label based on someone else's opinion of you instead of really truly grasping and engaging what you used to believe about yourself when you were a little tiny tot. It's been there that long. It's been hidden for so long you may have forgot it. But see, you got a purpose. That's your reason for living. But there's a vision. You know what the vision is? The vision is the manner, it is the plan of execution so that you carry out the purpose. It is how you will execute your purpose. And you've had it. It showed you. Some people, you've seen yourself standing on stages talking to millions of people, and you've quieted it down because somebody told you, you can't even speak. You don't know how to speak. You've quieted it down because people told you you couldn't speak. Then there are others of you that sit up and you saw yourself in the nice home, in the nice car, and being a philanthropist and touching lives and helping people who were less fortunate. But you look up and you're in the surroundings where you grew up in poverty and you've never seen any type of growth or expansion or wealth in a way that makes you think you can have it. But I'm telling you that it's there. You have a purpose that you're supposed to be walking in, and your purpose has nothing to do with where you started. Some people are born into things just for the purpose of coming out of them. Let me tell you that you're not trapped anywhere. Poverty is not your lot in life. Suffering is not your lot in life. Loneliness is not your lot in life. Being at the control and whim of someone else is not your lot in life. You have a capacity to walk out of things. You have a capacity to build over things. You have a capacity to break through things, but you're going to have to be committed. You're going to have to be willing to come out of what is old and stop looking at the familiar past and start blazing a new future based off of what your mind is telling you is possible. Stop consulting your past to ask for advice about the future. Your past can only tell you what you've done. Your past can only tell you what you've experienced. Your past cannot give you an answer for something that it has never encountered. You're going to have to seek something deeper, something more prevalent. You're going to have to look beyond what you've already been through, what you've already done. Let me tell you, there's something on the inside of you yearning to come out. Your gift is the means through which you execute the vision that will facilitate the purpose. I'm trying to get you to understand that there's a gift on the inside of you. Let me tell you. Over the 30 years that I've worked with people, I have worked with people with autism. I have worked with people with Down syndrome. I have worked with people from extremely poverty-stricken backgrounds. I have worked with people that came from unbelievably extensive trauma-ridden backgrounds. I have worked with people who have been wealthy. But what I can tell you is I have yet to encounter one individual that did not have a gift. Some people didn't know how to look for it. Some people didn't know how to nurture it. Some people didn't know how to understand it or acknowledge it. But I'm telling you that there's a gift on the inside of you. There's something deep down inside of you that's yearning to come out. And Proverbs says that your gift will make room for you, and it will bring you before great men. Your gift will make room. There's a whole area waiting to be expanded by you hammering on your gift, by you using your gift. But your gift wasn't for you, first and foremost. Let's be clear. Your gift wasn't for you. Your gift is for the people you're going to empower. Your gift is for the people you're going to inspire. Your gift is for the people who are going to be better because you came into their lives. My grandfather used to always tell me, son, fill your space. I'm like, Daddy, what do you mean, fill my space? He said, don't walk in a room and leave people the same way they were when you walked in. Fill your space. Don't come in contact with somebody walking down the grocery store aisle and leave them the way you found them. Fill your space. Make sure that every encounter that you have, you leave people better than you found them. Leave more in the room than you take out. There's something waiting for you on the other side of fear. There's something waiting for you on the other side of pain. There's something waiting you on the other side of trepidation and anxiety. It's something over there so awesome, so extraordinary, so phenomenal that you can't even imagine it. But you're going to have to push through. You're going to have to fight through. You're going to have to walk through. You're going to have to stand up and move. Stop believing the lies of the past. There's greatness inside of you. The question is, are you ready to walk in that greatness? Are you ready to stand in that greatness? Are you ready to operate in that greatness? I'm challenging you right now. There's a thing to tell you. So talking about that gift thing, let's talk for a minute. There's a saying that practice makes perfect. Now, and I can tell you that everybody, regardless to who you are, is perfecting something. What are you practicing? What are you perfecting? You're perfecting something. Some of you are perfecting good things and others are perfect. What are you practicing? Are you practicing being fearful? Are you practicing being angry? Are you practicing being broke? Are you practicing living a life where you're angry every day because you go to work to a job you hate? You're literally committing spiritual suicide because you're showing up to a job every day you hate. Do you realize that the vast majority, that 80+% of first-time heart attacks happen on Monday morning between the hours of, I believe, 5:30 and 12, or 6 and 12. You want to know why the majority of those first heart attacks happen then? It's the most stressful time of the day in the United States, most stressful time of the week in the United States. Why? You got 85% of the people in this country that are of adult age waking up and going into jobs they hate. They don't like their bosses. They don't like their coworkers. They don't like what they're doing. They don't like how much they're being paid, but they're waking up and going in every day and they're doing nothing to change it. And they're slowly destroying themselves. And ultimately they end up in physical despair because they didn't make a move. You're going to have to take control of your life. You're going to have to take ownership of what you're dealing with and what you're going through. I'm challenging you. If you're watching this, it's time to elevate. No more excuses. No more when this happened, when that happened. No, stop the procrastinating. Stop making excuses. Stop talking about when this happens, when that happens. There's no perfect timing. There's no perfect opportunity. There's no perfect situation. It's going to be what you make of it. It's going to be when you make it. George Bernard Shaw said, the people who get on in this world are the people who wake up in the morning and go out and find the opportunities they need. If the opportunities don't exist, they create them. So what are you going to do? That's the question. Why are you here? What are you perfecting? Are you perfecting something good? Or are you perfecting the wrong habits? You become a perfect and expert worrier. You've become a perfect and expert poor money manager. And I can go on down the line of all the things that you think isn't where you want it to be in your life. And I can tell you, you're practicing the wrong thing. It's time to change. It's time to move. It's time to go in on something. It's time to put some skin in the game. It's time to make a move in this world. It's time to stop making excuses. Look, let's keep it real. The vast majority of my clients come to me because they know there's something better. Some of them are doing exceptionally well when they get to me. And they are willing to invest. In fact, to get the higher end, higher ticket items, they have to be doing pretty good because they're not cheap. But they come in and they know it's something better. And even at that level, there are some things that need to be shaken up, some things that need to be removed. And then I have another group. They come in and they know something's there, but they're afraid. Or they've got these ideas, these limiting beliefs that have been so deeply implanted in their heads, in their minds, that they literally can't shake them. They've been told that they will fail at business. Look how many people fail at business within the first 3 to 5 years. Look at what happens to people who are going through things in the first 3 to 5 years. Look at this, look at this. And so now they starting about, I can't do it. Look how many people fail. The problem is, do you realize if you go to Google right now, your subconscious is just like Google. If you go to Google right now, you type in all the reasons, if you type in the top 10 reasons why businesses fail, Google is going to give you the top 10 reasons why businesses fail. Guess what Google won't give you? The top 10 reasons businesses succeed. You know why? You didn't look for it. Google is going to give you what you're looking for. Same thing as your subconscious. If you're focusing on what's wrong, you're going to find what's wrong. If you're going to focus on why it won't work, you'll find out why it won't. But if you go to Google and you say, give me one good reason why I need to go all in, Google's going to pull up all the reasons, and you're going to look, you say, I didn't even know it was that many reasons to get into it, because you haven't been looking for them. You've trained yourself to look for what's wrong, and you've never, ever challenged yourself to find out the one thing that was right that makes it worthwhile. That's the difference between people who win and people who don't. Is I'm going out there and I'm finding a reason to win. I'm challenging myself. I'm putting skin in the game. I'm taking some risk, because you can't win without taking them. I want to help you. And obviously this isn't for everybody, but for anybody who is serious, I want to help you. You know, I have my flagship programs, which are considered mid to high ticket items, from my bronze package, which is $2,540 for 12 weeks, to my platinum package, which is $10,500 for a year, 52 weeks. And the people who come in are usually going to be in the bronze or in the platinum. I don't hardly have any silver or gold clients. They either come in and they're here, they're not sure, but they want to get it. And then the ones who know are here, are the ones who used to be bronze, decided, man, I'm going out there, I'm gonna do this for a whole year, and now they're platinum. But that's it. But let me tell you, I have a program that's called Savage in 7. It's a 7-week program. And it's 7 specific steps that lead to transformation. And we do 1 step per session. And we do it, and there's some work to do in between each week before we meet. It's 7 weeks, 7 sessions. And we do some work in between. And what I'm telling you is, in those 7 weeks, new habits are built, new behaviors are built, new ways of thinking are built. In 7 weeks, you can change a lot. If you're consistent and you're committed, your world will change in ways unknown. How do I know? Because I've been exceptionally successful at changing people's lives for quite some time now. I want to help you. Now, again, this isn't for everybody. It isn't free. It is $1,500, but for $1,500 over 7 weeks, it's more than worth it. And like, come in. If you finish the course and your life is not changed, you get a full refund. That's always been my condition on refunds. Finish the course. If you finish the course and you're not satisfied, then it's on me. What I want you to do is win. What I want you to do is experience life at the next level. What I want you to do is stop making excuses for not going in, not being committed, living beneath what you know you're capable of doing. This isn't taking shot at anybody's situation because I've been at the bottom, trust me. The thing is, I was never happy or satisfied there. I was never content with having fallen. So I got up. I came out of an impoverished community as a kid. Now, my family wasn't what most people would consider poor, but I grew up in a poor community and I saw it. We definitely weren't rich. You know, I mean, things got tight sometimes, but we never had our lights off. We never went without food. We never had to get government assistance, none of that stuff like that. So, but I was around so many kids that did. And I made up in my mind early that it wasn't going to be me. Am I telling you it's all easy? No. Am I telling you that I'm perfect? Absolutely not. I have someone that I work with psychologically, emotionally, uh, strategically. It's important to connect with somebody. Trying to do this thing by yourself can be overwhelming. Find the people who are experts at what you want to do and find a way to touch them. Don't be afraid to put some skin in the game. That's the way you win. I really want to work with some of you. If you're serious about changing your life and you're not ready to yet jump on that bronze package or that platinum package or anything in between, this is a great opportunity. It's not 12 weeks, but 7 can get a lot done. All you need really is 30 days, and you can change almost anything with the right help, with the right focus, with the right practices and principles being enacted. 30 days. I'm talking 7 weeks. You know I can do it. Let me help you do it. On that note, I'm out of here. Talk to you guys soon.